Hello, my name is Michael and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I would like to go over key ways that you and I can actually save money each month on our grocery bill, as groceries are one of the top expenses that we all pay for. But not only are they one of the most highest expenses we have each month, they're also one of the easiest to modify and actually save money in doing so with. So stick around for the video as I've broken this down into about 5 to 6 ways that you can save money on your groceries. The first thing you need to be aware of if you do want to save money on your groceries is that you need to go to the grocery store with a plan. You need to make a list before you go. That may seem like common sense to a lot of you, but there's some people out there, maybe even including myself, that think that when you walk through the doors of a grocery store, you're automatically going to know what you need to buy that week or that month. But instead, what you're going to do is just pick and choose things that you think you might need, but you don't actually end up needing or using, and that money goes to waste. So tip number 1 is to always go to the grocery store with a plan, have a list, take some time before you go to write down the exact things you need, look through your cupboards, look in your fridge, and determine what you actually need to buy when you go to the grocery store. Moving on to tip number 2 in ways that you can save money while grocery shopping, and that is when you grocery shop, buy things that you can then make a meal from scratch with. What I mean by that is don't go off and buy a bunch of TV dinners or microwave dinners, as they may look cheap on the shelf and they actually are cheap, but if you were to just buy the single ingredients you would need to make each and every one of those TV dinners or microwave dinners, what you'll realize is that by buying each one of the individual items to make those microwavable meals, you'll actually be getting more bang for your buck, as you'll be able to use those products to make more meals, more than just one or however many you're buying in those individually packaged items, and they'll go much further and your money will go much further in the process. So in short, don't buy pre-made meals. Instead, buy the items needed to make those meals, and your money and your food will go much further. The third tip to saving money when you go grocery shopping is not to buy pre-sliced food. And you can see this in the form of pre-sliced fruits, or pre-sliced mushrooms, or pre-sliced cheeses. Instead, what you should do, if you're gonna buy fruit, just go over to the produce section and buy the fruit. If you want a pineapple, don't buy slices of pineapple that have been pre-sliced by someone at the store. Buy a pineapple and slice it yourself at your house. There's really no excuse. They're not that hard to slice, and you end up saving yourself about 25%, as anytime there is a pre-sliced or pre-packaged portion of the product, the grocery store usually tacks on about 25% extra cost to that item. So don't buy pre-sliced fruit or pre-sliced cheeses, as it may look like you're getting more cheese, but instead if you buy just the block of cheese, not only will it be more versatile for you, you'll be able to use it in more ways in your cooking, but you'll be getting more cheese for what you pay for. Tip number 4 to saving money when you grocery shop, and this one won't work with everything, so it's important for you to do your research beforehand to see what this is actually going to work with, but that is to buy items in bulk. Now, like I said, this isn't going to work with every item you purchase, especially if something is priced by weight. Then it's not going to matter if you buy, like, let's say a half pound of chicken versus 5 pounds of chicken, because it's priced by its weight, so the unit price isn't going to make a difference there. But with things like cereals or snacks, it's a lot of times more cost efficient to buy things in their bulk form. The price to unit ratio will be better and will favor you more when you buy more of it. Now, obviously, if you're someone who's not going to be needing more of it, then it's probably not cost effective for you to buy it in bulk. But if you're someone, let's say, who likes to eat a lot of peanut butter, then it might be more cost effective for you to buy a larger jar of peanut rather than just going to the store and getting the smaller amount, because like I said, the price to unit ratio will be better in your favor, and you will have to go to the grocery store less, and you're going to be getting a better bang for your buck. So like I prefaced this one, make sure that you do your research and take inventory of what you use the most of, and if it's more cost effective for you to buy it in bulk rather than going to the grocery store each and every time you run out of it, well then by all means buy it in bulk and save yourself some money. Tip number 5 to saving yourself some money when you do go grocery shopping is to avoid individually packaged items. Now, what I mean by that is, for instance, I'll use an example from my own life. I don't like to just drink plain water. I like to have little flavor packets for my water. I was buying the $2 individually packaged Crystal Light packets for my water, and that usually came out to about $2 per box that they came in, and they were all individually packaged, and there was usually around 6 in each package. So that would typically last me about 1 week, so that I have to buy one each week. So that's, let's say, do the math there, that's about $8 if each one costs $2. However, I realized that if I bought the bigger, more bulky version of the one that you just kind of have to individually pour into a cup, it doesn't have the already to go packages for your water. If you get the one that you have to scoop into there and it comes with a bigger amount of powder, those ones are usually around the same price, around $2 to $3, and that actually lasts me about almost the whole month. So I can either pay $2 every week or $2 every month, and I get the exact same thing, but because one isn't individually wrapped, then I do end up saving some money. You can also very clearly see this with things like soda. So if you were to go out and buy a 12-pack can of soda, that's like $5, versus if you went and got 2 liters, which are usually around $1. So I don't know where people think they're getting a deal by buying cans or those small bottles of soda, because it's way more cost effective just to get 2 liters, and usually grocery stores will carry deals for their 2 liters where you can get like 3 for $5 or 4 for $5, or I've even seen it 4 for $4. So do not buy individually packaged sodas or drinks like that. Usually if you buy it in bulk, like a 2 liter or a gallon of it, you are going to be saving yourself a ton of money each month. Shopping tip number 6 that you can use to save yourself some money, and that is to avoid shopping on the typical shopping days like Sundays and Saturdays, because on those days everyone else and their mother is shopping at the grocery store. So grocery stores have absolutely no incentive to give you a deal because they know their stores are going to be packed already. If you shop midweek, you can often find that grocery stores have deals on things like drinks or meats, where you can get more product for your money. So my advice would be to look online and see if your grocery stores have deals throughout the week. If they don't, then there's really no sense in buying groceries on a Wednesday versus a Saturday, other than maybe the convenience in it being less busy. But a lot of times grocery stores on Tuesdays or Wednesdays will give their best deals, so just be on the lookout for those. Tip number 7 to saving money when you grocery shop, and this one may seem obvious and may seem like it should have been tip number 1, but that is to not be afraid to look for and use coupons to your advantage. Now, a lot of times grocery stores will give you coupons for things that you don't really need or you won't use, or you have to buy so much of one thing to get something else that you might use. So only use a coupon and only buy things with a coupon if it's something that's going to profit you and benefit you. Don't go and buy a bunch of laundry detergent that you're not going to use simply so that you can get $2 off that third bottle of fabric softener or something like that. Make sure the coupon actually works for what you need. Now, before I wrap this video up with tip number 8, I'd appreciate it if you left in the comment section below different tips and tricks and ways that you guys save money each month. That way you can help each other. Maybe someone else won't know a tip or something that you know, and you can help them out by sharing it in the comments below or by sharing this video on your favorite social media platform. Anyway, let's get on to tip number 8. And this one goes a little beyond just grocery shopping and goes more towards what you're going to do with your groceries. And that is, you need to meal plan. So meal planning can be as complex and intensive as you want it to be. However, there's plenty of resources online of ways that you can meal plan on a budget, on an extreme budget, or on one that's a little bit more loose. It all comes down to your personal preference and what your diet is. The benefit to meal planning is that it allows you to have, as we talked about in tip number 1, it allows you to have a plan when you go to the grocery store. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a purpose for what you're going to be buying at the store, it's going to go to waste, and you're going to be wasting not only food but your hard-earned money. It is helpful to have a somewhat of a rundown of what you're going to be making each and every day of the week. So take a day, plan what that is, and then when you go to the grocery store, you will know what to buy and you won't get conned by the grocery store into buying something that's just on sale or something that you don't totally need, and you'll only be purchasing what you're actually going to use. So those are my 8 tips that my wife and I have actually used since getting married and moving into our new house that have saved us quite a bit of money on our groceries. Like I said in the beginning of the video, groceries are one of the top expenses we all pay for, and it's very helpful that groceries is also one of the most modifiable things that we pay for. You can't really change your electric bill, you can't really change your water bill, you can't change the cable bill, but you can change your grocery bill. You can adjust how you shop and how smart you shop, and therefore when you put those things into practice, you will find yourself being able to save money and using that money for whatever you need to. Save up for a car, for a house, to put down towards student loans, to invest. Like I said, whatever you need it to. But anyway, thank you so much for watching all the way until the end of this video on how you can save money on your grocery bill. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video if you know someone who could really benefit from this information and also, like me, likes to save money when they go grocery shopping. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.